This video is so good. We're here live tonight with King Cruff
Greetings,
back in the
greetings.
building.
Donna, what's happening?
Yeah.
How you stay? You good?
Woo. We're going to talk about all his new music. About to go live on the gram. I'm excited about that. All right.
When
Instagram
you
is
go live on the gram, the option will pop up for me, right? Because it
that's
still hasn't
right.
popped up. Okay, I'm waiting.
Check if it pops up now. We'll let our guests funnel in across platforms. We're live right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, TikTok. You know, it's an Instagram live official show, but we got to expand and make sure we reach as many people as possible. Let me know if yours says you're live over on Instagram, King Cruff.
It does not as of yet, unfortunately.
I see you joined here.
Who's that? Coletta?
Yeah,
Hope I
Coletta,
said, hope I said her
Miss
name properly.
Jamaica. Coletta is here. Big up everyone coming in on the chat. We're live. It's Melody Mondays. You know how it goes. We're going to be talking about Kaya Fest. How about you over on that side? Are you live on your side?
It has not come up for me on my side, unfortunately.
I hope you use the right
Stream
link.
code?
Yeah, not the first one, the second one.
Right. Let me try it again and see what will happen.
Try it again. Try it
Bear
again.
with me, everybody.
We want to go live on all platforms because
Yeah,
Kaya Fest is big news in the
I want the
city.
people to see this, man. I want people to see this. Save.
Definitely. We're
Boom.
coming up to a big, big show, Kaya Fest. Woo. Our audience on the international global radio, rootsreggaehub.com, is tuned in already. I see people popping in from all over the world. Big up yourself to the radio listeners. I love my radio listeners. I have a full King Cruff back to back fire tracks coming up tonight on the radio following our live interview tonight.
As it
That
should
is
be.
exciting. So let me make sure my interview is going to the world.
Oh, I have everything toggled on. I see it over here. The stream is coming up, but I'm not. Oh, there we go.
You see it?
Yeah. All right. We good? Almost.
Yes. All right.
Boy, that was an ordeal to figure out. I can't lie to you.
Right. So gonna make
Check,
sure everything
check,
is
check.
turned on here on my side too. All right. Perfect. Your levels look good. Your levels look real good. Check, check, 1, 2. I'm so happy everyone's
Right.
coming in. I see people. I want to let everyone know we are taking questions across all platforms. The questions pop up here so we can see them. I will be asking questions directly from you to the king himself. So make sure if you have your questions, drop them in the chat on Instagram so we can get to those. We don't want to leave anybody out tonight. Make
Not
sure
at
your
all.
questions get answered. All right. So big up yourself, everyone who's coming in on Instagram. We see you. Much love, Coletta. Much love. Big up, Joy. Big up, Anthony. eFlog21. Big up yourself. Coco, Chocolate Delight. Wagwan, Jess, everybody coming in on the Instagram live. Big up yourself. All right. Share the links. King Cruff, man, it's been so long since we've
Yes.
talked. I'm excited to count down to Kaya Fest. Definitely big, big, big festival happening right here in the six, and I'm
Big like
excited
Africa.
about it. How are you feeling today? How's your week started off?
My week is starting good. You know what I mean? This is the end of the Monday right now. I'm happy to be here. I got people coming in on my side as well. You know what I mean? We got Pascal. You know what I mean? We got Bob Rhythm in the chat too. A lot
Mm.
of crazy. This is a nice feeling, man. It's good. I like this. I like that we're doing this.
For real, long overdue. Shout out to everybody coming in on King Cruff's side and on my side. Cross platforms. The love is appreciated loved. You know what I
Fair.
mean? Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Melody Mondays on Roots Reggae Hub. Tonight, I'm joined by Canadian Jamaican artist King Cruff. If you don't know, now you know.
Mm-hmm.
Born Solomon, Marley Spence, man, singer, songwriter, performer, lyricist. Man, he moves through hip hop, reggae, dancehall, Afro beats, funk. I mean, he's carving his own lane here, very much so, and I love it. His debut EP, What Have I Done, earned critical acclaim. His
Mm,
collaboration, Fallback, received a 2025 Juno nomination for Reggae Recording
mm.
of the Year. And he's taken his music to stages across Jamaica, Canada, and of course the United States of America. Big up yourself, King Cruff.
What an
Man,
introduction.
man, big things are going on. Lots of great new music since we talked. Propaganda, Bunch, 6 million. I mean, the list goes on. And on August 22nd, Toronto gets to see you live on the Kaya Fest stage at Markham Fairgrounds. Oh man, welcome to Melody Mondays, King Cruff.
Thank you for having me as always. I didn't ask. How are you doing today?
I am good. I'm a warrior out here on
Yeah,
warrior.
man. We heard you're busy.
Recovering from Jerkfest, 3 days of amazing performances. So that was great. Still a lot to put out regarding that, but it's good. I'm excited because the month is off to a great start. We got so many festivals this month. Kaya Fest has been on my radar for months now,
Mm-hmm.
promoting this, and luckily got getting to talk to you, get to reason with you tonight. Got to reason with him. That was amazing. So I'm really excited about that. So I mean, what are you excited for the most for Kaya Fest? Or is it the fans you like to connect with at festivals? Is it the vibe, the energy? What's your favorite thing about performing at Kaya Fest this year?
I think Kaya Fest for me is going to be a real big bucket list moment because Uncle Steve has been curating this festival for numbers of years now. COVID happened and we didn't get it back for a while, and this is our first time coming back. And even when I was younger and not as active in the music scene, but I knew that I wanted to do music, like being backstage at Kaya Fest was one of the most inspiring moments for me because it's like I'm talking to some of my heroes. That was the first time I met Sway before I went on his show. That was, I'm chopping it up with like Chronics backstage. I get to watch Auntie Lauren go on stage, what I mean? DJ Khaled hopping out of a Rolls Royce. Like, these are real core memories for me happening at Kaya Fest. So the fact that Kaya Fest is happening again and it's coming to Toronto is it's crazy for me. Like, I can't even explain it.
Oh, it's crazy for me. I'm like, what? I'm like, it's like, thank you, KFS organizers, for bringing this straight to my backyard. Jeez, I'm
Hmm.
so happy. We have Shad Schweitzer commenting from. I hope I'm saying your name right. It's almost like,
Shad.
yeah, saying we're excited to have you performing in Northern California. What? Are you going to California?
I'm going to California this Friday to perform
What?
at Reggae at the Lake for Shad Show. Yes. So super excited for that as well. If anybody is watching this who's in Sacramento or the Sacramento area, Lakeport, California, come through to that show as well.
Love that. I've been wanting to go to Reggae on the Lake. Like it's been on my radar because I did Cali Roots Fest. I don't know if you know, but people know that I was there. That was bomb. And Stephen Marley performed there as well. Ice Cube, like their lineup was insane. So I'm looking to go back to Cali. Too bad I can't jump into your luggage.
Yeah, bro, this would have been the perfect time to go to Reggae at the Lake because King Cruff is headlining. You know what I mean? But next time Shad bring me down, that's when you should forward again.
Absolutely. I'm gonna make sure to coordinate to make sure I'm there the next time you head out to California. I love California. So big up for that comment there. Man, I really want to talk to you about what people can expect. Like our because there's so many things you could possibly do, so much new music to connect with the fans. Have you already kind of decided on how you're gonna what you're gonna do, what songs you're gonna perform? Is that something you kind of pre-plan to prepare for Kaya?
Well, I know there's one song for sure that I have to run at Kaya Fest because it was running crazy in Toronto last year, you know. We
Yes.
can't be discreet because Jamaican men do not cheat, you see me? So from I said that I don't have to say anything else. But
I,
you know what I mean? We're still figuring out what the rest of the set looks like because it might not just be a solo King Cruff set. So it's
Hmm.
going to be it's going to be an experience for sure to come to Kaya Fest and catch me on that stage because I might not be alone. You see me?
What? That's what I think that's what people are looking forward to, the collabs that might pop off on stage, things that might, make it even more exciting because you're seeing, all these artists come together and some of them have tracks with other ones and it makes sense. It just makes sense.
Hmm.
The vibes are going to be lit. Um, so tell me a little bit about that track that you have, Easy Now. I'm talking about with Julian Marley, Esco Levi. Big up to Esco Levi.
Yes.
It's three artists coming from different places, musically, generationally on that record. So, what do what did you bring to Easy Now that no other artist could have brought to Easy Now, and what was that chemistry like with that track? I mean, the
Well,
record delivers.
with that track specifically, it was Keelstone, the producer, who hit me up and said, "Yo, Esco wants you on this track because me and Esco, I don't know if this is why, but me and Esco were both nominated for the Juno in that year that I was nominated for, right? And he ended
Hmm.
up winning. So for Keel to link me and be like, "Yo, Esco," said, I was kind of like, "Oh, this is an honor." So I went through and I put down on the track, and I was approaching it from very much of a. The song is obviously very easygoing, you know what I mean, no pun intended. I was approaching from a track of being a little bit rugged with it and being a little bit more like standing on my 10 toes.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, Keystone hit me up and he's just like, "Yo, by the way, we have Julian on the track." I'm like, "Julian?" I'm like, "Which Julian?" Man say Julian, man. I said, "Uncle Juju." All right, okay. So I'm on a track with Uncle Juju now because I've never been on a track with one of my uncles before. You know what I
That's
mean? So it
yeah.
was a very pleasant surprise, and I'm very happy with how that track came out.
I'm happy with it. I love to see it. I love to the track is amazing. It's also up on your YouTube. I want people to go run up your YouTube and listen to all the music. If you haven't heard that track yet, they need to listen to it. It's just easy. It just easy,
Yeah.
but it's nice, It's the chemistry, it just works. Everyone sounds great together on the record. And it's deliberate. It really seems like it's deliberate. And how do you find it is when working with different producers? Because I know you have some, it's engineering background, right? You have.
Yeah, I went to Oriart, which is a recording school out here in London, Ontario.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Does that play into your artistry at all? Like when you get a rhythm or you work with, do you have to turn that engineering air off, or do you kind of make both work for you because you have that background, that knowledge that some people don't have?
Yeah, I think it works in tandem for me because I think when you're doing something like music, I think people think music is strictly a vibes thing, but it's very technical. It's very scientific. I've actually been spending a lot of time recently learning guitar and learning piano and getting back into that producing side. And it's reminded me how much of like when you understand how music works, it lets ideas come easier to the forefront. So they
Mm,
definitely work in tandem.
yeah, that's
Mm.
that's that's serious. Like, you can wear many hats, and learning an instrument is just a next level of it. Like your brain is functioning on so many different, using so many different sides to your brain, and yeah, that I can see that's you're extremely talented. I mean, people could say it runs in your blood, runs in your just in your DNA, but you know what I mean. But you have your own, you've made it your own, and you've really delivered over the past. I mean, it's been a while since we caught up, and I was like, okay, he's doing this, he's doing that. So that's why I'm excited to see you specifically at Kaya Fest. I'll be
Let's
like
go.
this, like your paparazzi over over there. Let's
Because
go.
we've linked up in person before, no?
I think we have.
We have.
I think we have a few
What
times. I hide out. I don't go to every event, but when I'm
fair?
there, you'll know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Me
Yeah.
neither. Them have to pay me. Joke, joke, joke. I'm joking. I'm kidding.
Dollar signs. Yeah. What for you has changed since we connected? I think it's been a year, maybe two. I mean, this show launched in 2020. I swear we connected in like maybe 2024. All the years are blending into me for me, especially the last 6 years. But
Yeah,
what has changed for you in like your perseverance and like your creative process, and how has anything become your routine changed at all, or
definitely. Because I think I've settled more into doing music full time.
mm,
So it's becoming more of like a lifestyle that I'm used to. Within the last year, like I've traveled a lot. I've done a lot of shows in a lot of different places. Um, I went on tour with Uncle Steve and Uncle Davian, which was another bucket list checked off, super massive for me. I did a little bit of a tour stint with Auntie Lauren, Lauren Hill and Zion Marley, and that was another great experience. So I think, if anything, I've just become a bit more seasoned as an artist, and a musician. Um, I think right now in this phase in my creativity, I'm trying to rediscover my creative process to bring it to a point where it's like it's just foolproof. Like anytime I go in the studio, anytime I put pen to paper, it's sick, nothing whack. You know what I mean? So
mm,
I think I'm at that stage right now in my career. But since the last time we've spoken, it's been a lot of long flights and a lot of long nights. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're praying that more come true as well.
yeah, hard work pays off, dedication pays off. I know for a fact. And sometimes opportunities come from through that hard work that you never saw coming, and those are the best, those are the best moments where you're like, oh shoot, that blood, sweat, and tears really, that really paid off, and this is what doors open up for me.
Hmm.
So that's amazing. And for people that say, Jamaican men cheat, you have a comeback.
We have a comeback. We made a song about it, so it's gotta be true. You know what I mean?
it's,
Jamaican men don't cheat.
it's gotta
Affirm
be.
now. Yeah, Shana's like, I don't want to agree. This is a political statement. You know.
I'm Jamaican, so I'm biased. I don't want to throw my Jamaican men under the bus and be like, you know what I mean? Like I'm more prone to taking their side still, But if a girl has receipts, then I
Yeah,
can't really, it's an episode of Cheaters or something like that. We got caught on camera. I can't defend it then, but
yeah.
I'm not gonna generalize.
Boy, Shana, let me tell you, like ever since I said that, they came at me with all the horror stories. They told me everything. They told me, no, it's not true. I didn't understand I was making such a bold and controversial statement when I said it. I was just I was just making yucks, to be honest with you. I was just making jokes.
Yeah, sick. A lot of people love the music video too. A lot of people. I was reading the comments and people was like, "What?" Like, people are loving the video. What was that like the day you filmed that? Was there a lot of production prep that went into that, or concept design, all that stuff? What was that the making of the video like for you?
Yeah, it was stressful. it was a lot of work. It was a lot of people. I don't think I've ever had so much people in my music videos before, because we had that whole party scene. There's a lot of people behind the scenes who was holding the cameras as well. Shout out to them. Shout out to the team as well too. I think my favorite scene in that video, and it's literally like two clips. Like you blink and you miss it. But my older brother and my younger brother make like very quick cameos in that. Oh wow, I'm actually funny. We just said his name. Esco Levi is calling me right now. I've called him back. Yeah, they make really quick cameos, and it was funny because they drove from London to Toronto, and the second they walked in, I was like, "Yo, man, them, you're in the music video, you can't get out of it. So just, yeah, put your game face on and let's go." You see?
The cameos. Oh, love it. Escaliva is gonna live long too because we just mentioned him. That's a sign that you're gonna live long when you show up or you call right after someone mentions you. No, that
Yeah.
video is sick. The video is really good. I love the way the intro to it, and just the whole around vibe. It looks like you had a great time that day. Like the vibes are just up, and yeah, I love when you drop a great song and then the video matches. It
Mhm.
goes with it. So we've been sharing that on our social media, on our X account and Facebook, and we've been sharing a lot of King Cruff music videos. So make sure you guys go over, like, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. You gotta be.
I feel
tap into all the latest. And the sound, what does the fusion of sounds, do you have a specific name for what you would call your sound, your original sound? I mean,
Yeah, I think earlier in the day I used to call it a punky sound, but there's a couple other names that has come through, like neo reggae is a name. I like that one a lot. Someone came to me and said, "Yo, you know what, Cruff? I feel like your sound is patois punk," and I was like, "Ooh, that's cold. I like that one." So I don't know. We gonna have to trademark patent one of these names eventually.
yeah, you gotta trademark it before someone takes it. Yeah, for sure. I was thinking about the same thing. I went on YouTube. I was like, why are there so many reggae hubs popping up on YouTube? I was like, what the-
Now you
I
might
was
have to
like,
call up somebody, a lawyer or something.
how do
Yeah.
you trademark reggae? Like that's like you can't really, certain things you can't trademark, like reggae is one of them. Certain names you can't trademark. But I'm like, can I trademark Reggae Hub? Maybe, Roots
Hmm.
Reggae Hub, maybe. We'll see about that. But definitely trademark that because that is your signature sound for sure.
Definitely.
For sure. I'm looking at these comments. Want you in Senegal? Oh, people are coming to Senegal. Have you been to Senegal?
I've never been to Senegal. I would love to go to Senegal as long as there's something out there for me. Someone also said on my chat, they said Somo needed Cruff again. Somo Fest, which is a festival I did out in PEI, which was one of the best shows I did last year. It was crazy. It was hilarious because the when I looked at the lineup, it was like there was no hip hop acts at all. I was the only one. So I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go over. They might just hate this. And then when I went on stage, they were going absolutely crazy. So yeah,
Wow.
Soma Fest. I hope I get to go back.
Shoot, that sounds sick. Soma Fest. I gotta look that up. I want to go to every reggae festival and every like major music festival. Like I like all music, right? So
Hmm.
for me, the reggae ones I'll be obviously working, but it's my life's mission to go to like every festival. Like I like the ones where you camp out for 3 days and like
Yeah.
there's just so many different festivals around the world that is, and I have some time, I'm I got, while I still
To me,
can.
to me, it sounds like you ain't got no time. You sound busy.
Yeah. I mean, time is in like I'm in my prime, like I that type of time. So I
Fair.
gotta carve out to make sure, so make sure you let me know where you're gonna be so we can coordinate. We can coordinate dates.
Definite.
Yeah. And you do talk about a little bit about your writing and creative process. You do mention, I think you mentioned Kendrick Lamar, Andre 3000. Is it bad to say Kendrick Lamar now? That like with the whole
You know,
beef and thing? Are we
maybe,
allowed to say that?
maybe not right now. You know, maybe not right now. You know. Yeah,
Yeah, we're not allowed to say
you
that. We're
gotta be
gonna
careful.
we'll bleep that out. We'll bleep that
Yeah,
out.
some man might not take that too. You know, might not take that too great. You see me?
The people with the ice picks, they might not
You know what I'm saying?
they might
I
not
mean,
be happy with it.
great respect to both artists, love both artists.
Yeah,
You see me?
great
On a
artist.
serious level, on a serious level.
And yeah, a lot are the people that are big fans of Drake in the city. Of course, we are too. So we want to make sure we hold it down for him as well.
Definitely.
So how personal are your bars? As a songwriter, how personal are they? Like autobiographical, autobiography type bars or lyrics that you write? Um, and like how vulnerable do you tend to get in your music? Because some people they write from certain things that happen in their life, and then they put the pen to the paper and they come up with something that feels personal to them. Or what's is there a mix of that, or are you trying to like sometimes come up with lyrics that just go with a rhythm that you're inspired by, but not nothing necessarily happened in your life to inspire it?
Hmm. I definitely feel that when I'm writing my lyrics, I usually start off the lyrics from a place that's very personal to me. But then I try to do this thing where I scale it back. So instead of talking about the specific situation, sometimes I'll talk more about the emotion that's felt in it. Because I want people to be able to listen to music and be like, dang, how did he know that I was going through this? How did he know I was feeling this way? Because that's what we as artists are supposed to do. We're supposed to articulate in an artistic way what people can't articulate for themselves, which we are just talking about him, but I'm gonna say, like your boy, that's something that in his early career he was amazing at, and he's still amazing at it. But he has reached a level that's so unique. Like the things that he does on a daily is not necessarily relatable to everyone anymore. But in his early career, when he was talking about it from like the everyman stance, amazing. That was one of the reasons why everybody loved Drake. You know what I mean? So yeah, I try to like emulate that same style of like this is meant to relate to you guys so that you realize, oh snap, this guy's living the same life as me. You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We mentioned Drake a couple times, so I better get invite to the next 100 girls he's giving away to BMWs, and
Yeah, the
I'm,
Burger King,
hopefully I've done enough to deserve an invite for next year.
the Burger King.
Over here, can I get a car? No. Would you do one of those? Would you do one of those
Would
if
I
you?
do a stronger drinks event? I
Yeah,
gotta be, I gotta be swimming in cash to
yeah.
be able to. I have to have cash to blow for me to do it. Shout out to Drake. You know what I mean? He's got that.
I
Cruffy
saw
don't reach
some
there
guys
yet.
complaining, King Cruff. I saw people like, "What? Like, give the money to us so we can dish it out to our girls." I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, what are your thoughts on the guys that didn't think highly of that? That were like annoyed by what
I
did
mean,
you see?
hey, it's his money. How can you be upset with what a man does with his money? You know what I
Right?
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to spread some positivity. You know what I mean, in his own way. So yeah,
Right? Right? I know your
Charlie, you're
girl.
trying to get me in trouble with the six gun, and I don't know
Your
what's
girl,
going on.
your girl leaves in a Uber. She comes back in a Mercedes. This is a win-win.
Oh, man, I can't even fathom it. Like, don't even say that to me, Shana. I'm
I
dead.
was like, what? That's crazy. That's crazy. But Jamaican men don't cheat. That's the moral of the story
Men
tonight.
don't cheat.
So we don't cheat, okay? Oh man, tell me what in the shout out that you sent. Thank you for that, by the way. Promoting the show today. You did mention some things that are behind the scenes that you might be working on. Things, projects that might be happening. What are you cooking up that people should look out for? I mean, we talked about some of the places you're going to be recently, or any other events you want to let people know, or projects you want to hint at, collabs coming up. Let us know. We want that. We want all your secrets.
Well, we're going to be in Lakeport, California. We already spoke about that. Kaya Fest. We're going to be at Mission Bay Fest. There's another show that's happening in. I'm going to say Whistler, but I'm not going to say what it is because I don't think I've gotten the clearance to talk about it yet.
Okay.
But it's with a very talented musician who I made some great music with, and me and her should be coming out with something. Actually, I can say this. Her name is Zeta, and me and her have a crazy song that I'm really excited to hear that come out.
Mm.
Um, what else? Working on my own music. There's some artists that I've worked with who I also look up to. I have a song in the vault with Black Hero, which I'm hoping to come out
What?
at some point.
Love
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Hero's the guy. You know what I mean? And he's
Love him.
very. I also feel like in my journey, he's been someone who's been a very wise and guiding force. You know what I mean for me. So I have a lot of respect for Hero. I have a song with Nesta as well. That's gonna be crazy. That song features Justice Case, who's an amazing musician who's been doing his rounds over the last 2 years, and he just had an amazing event in Jamaica. That kind of proved that he's got. I feel like sometimes for us artists who are not at the ground level in Jamaica, there's a perception of like we're not home like that, but he really proved that no, I'm home like that, and people at home care about me like that. So big up Justice
Mhm.
Case as well. Yeah, yeah, and hopefully this project comes out sooner rather than later.
Absolutely. Don't have us salivating behind the scenes, just waiting, just waiting
Oh,
on them, just waiting on it. No, that sounds amazing. I love those collabs. We have a question. Big up Bad Parade. Big up, big up. We have a question. Has Canada
sorry,
has
sorry. There's people
Canada
entering my chat too.
has Canada influenced your sound? Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. Has Canada influenced your sound? Being in Canada, has that Yeah, has that influenced your delivery or your product, like in any way, your sound and artistry?
I think Canada has influenced my sound in the sense that Canada is definitely a major melting pot.
Mm.
Um, I feel like growing up in Jamaica, you get really immersed, like heavily immersed in reggae and dancehall, which is amazing. And those are like the foundations of my music. But when I came to Canada, I got exposed to a lot of different music. I think one thing that I took away from my Canadian experience, I don't know if he's in chat anymore, but he was here earlier. But one of my closest friends and collaborators, his name's Solo YT, amazing Afrobeats artist from Nigeria who lives out here in Canada. And I would say that he introduced me heavily to Afrobeats before the wave started happening and as the wave started happening. And I think that's what my Canadian experience has been in my music, which is just like, oh, here's all this music from all these different backgrounds that I may not have heard as in depth if I had not come to Canada. So I think that's what's inspired my song. Great question.
Mm-hmm. I mean, let's talk about your Stone Boy Jag Hulligan. Yeah, that collaboration. Tell me about that.
Oh man, well, we were in a camp, and it was really from that camp we had a bunch of great musicians in that camp. Big up RX, big up Supreme Swiss, big up Dice. There's probably some people I'm forgetting. I'm sorry. Big up Pops who produced the record as well. Um, and we had that track, and it was how did it start? I believe it was Jag who put his verse on it first, and then I was like, yo, I want your verse to stay. Because Jag is another one of like me, Solo, and Jag. That's the trio. You see me? So I was like, yo, I want your verse on here to stay. So it was that. And then me put my first verse and the hook. And then later on down the line, there were some people on my team and some people on the label side who was like, yo, we have a link to Stone Boy. You know what I mean? And I had never met Stone Boy before at this point in time. We sent the song out to him and bring the verse back. What I always say about working with Stone Boy is that he is one of the most humblest persons I've ever met because this guy is a superstar celebrity. You know what I mean? For real. Amazing performer as well. Me open for him in Toronto, me watch him perform and say, yo, the man is bad. You see me? But when I had met him and and we took a boat um around the harbor in Toronto, and me and him were chatting. I was like, this guy is coming with no bravado, no ego, just straight
Mm.
energy, straight love for music. He has a lot of respect for reggae music and dancehall music. I woke up on Stone Boy a few months later in Jamaica, and this brother, they in a sprinter. You see me? They in a sprinter tint out. I'm a walk past with there's me, my cousin Johan, who will be performing at KFS, and Jesse Raya. And the sprinter window come down and we just say Stone Boy say, yo, Cruffy. And I was like, no, this guy's my real brethren because I'm see me on road and he don't forget about me. So big up Stone Boy every time. You see me?
That's a fire track. We're gonna be playing that track, so don't worry for all my radio people tuned in worldwide. Big up yourself. We are gonna be playing back to back fire tracks right here on rootsreggaehub.com. You keep it locked. If you are watching and not watching and listening, you can also join us on Instagram live at King Cruff or at Roots Reggae Hub because you can ask your own questions. But I always have to shout out because when I see the map light up to see who's listening around the world, I'm like, who? How are you up at 3 o'clock in the morning? But I don't, that's good. That's good,
Fans, fans,
because
fans. We
different
appreciate
time
them. We
zones
love them.
here. Appreciate love everybody tuned in on the radio. We never ever forget y'all. Big up yourself. Man, that's so good. I can't believe that track is great. I love I hope you guys do more together. You do more in the Afrobeat section. Like you just killed that track. You really,
Yeah.
really did. So I love that track. Tell me about your EP, like the making of that. It was deeply introspective, like and everyone I think can relate to that feeling of imposter syndrome and questioning, whether you actually belong in certain places and spaces that you're entering as an artist. Myself, I know what that's like as a producer, a multimedia producer, going to these big stages, big festivals, and you're just the little you're the little one in the room with some big people, So have you I mean it's receives a Juno nomination and you got huge recognition for that EP, and how are you feeling? How you're seeing setting and you found your footing and stuff like that.
I think I have the personality where I'm very grounded in who I am and what I'm doing. So
Mhm.
sometimes it's very surprising to me when I get recognized on the road, when people tell me how much they love the music, XYZ. Um, it's surprising to me when the name King Cruff is becoming respected as a household name.
Absolutely.
Um, there's still a lot more work to be done because I'm never really satisfied with where we end up ever. Like I always want to take this further. But when I made What Have I Done, that was a real defining moment, not for just my career, but for me as a person to be able to put out something so solid. I feel like that was a great project. I really resonate still with songs like Jackson Dreamers. I really resonate with songs like Rita's Revenge, which is about my grandma whose birthday just passed. Um, and even like song I don't perform Way We Know, which is the closing song on that project, but that gets me a lot of flack from my fans because they're always like, "Yo, when you go the way we know, when you go the way we know." So I might have to put it back in the set list, but that's also a testament to how you don't know how your music is going to connect with other people, and whether or not you like the music or whether or not that's your favorite song on the project. It's going to be it could always be somebody else's favorite song on the project. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's very interesting to be able to put that body of work and see how it's been received.
absolutely. It's such a great body of work that you've done, and you should be
Thank
extremely proud of it. And as your success continues to grow, like you're on this trajectory that's just like up, 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 um that's certain thing. Like I noticed that too as my platform got bigger and certain platforms, like you sometimes you get haters, you get criticizers, but then you get double or triple times the love, right? So
Yeah,
like all that stuff is just deafened out. Sometimes you get a stalker or two. If you don't have a couple stalkers, you're not doing something right, you know what I
that
mean?
that hasn't happened to me yet. So apparently I need to go harder, is what you're telling me. You know what I mean? Jonathan, I see you in the chat.
Well, go on, everybody coming on in. I see a lot of people popping in. Big up Floral Impressions. Cece Lewis, how are you? What up, Sasha? We have another question coming in from the chat. I don't forget y'all. Do you think music should be defined? This is coming in from Joy Peart. Big up yourself, Joy. A regular tune live watcher. Do you think music should be defined?
I
Hmm.
would love more elaboration in that
Yeah,
question, but I'll
me
answer it in
too.
the way that I'll try and answer it until the elaboration comes through, which is that I don't think it's very hard the conversation of how art should be defined and how art should be viewed by people because the whole point of art is that it's the abstract become physical. You know what I mean? So there's always how the person interprets it. There's always how the creator intended it. So when it comes to music, I guess it can be defined by genre, it can be defined by mood, it can be defined based on storyline where the creator was in. You know what I mean? It could be defined by political conversations as well. I think I think when we're talking about defining music, we should be careful how far we stray away from the artist's intention. I think that should always play a part
Mm.
in how we define the music. I hope that answers your question. You know
Look
what I
at
mean?
you dropping the wisdom. Oh man, no, that I
Yeah.
understand that fully. I
My
fully
government
understand
name
that.
is Solomon, so my wise from day one.
Yes,
Yeah.
born wise.
I'm not
Born.
just a crop.
Man, no, that makes a lot of sense. Actually that question was great because I didn't even think you were gonna drop some wisdom right there like that. Yeah, because there's so much more now in music, and I find like especially with you, like your craft, like it's a lot of times that's why it's like we had to come up with our own trademark earlier. Like people don't even know, but like we have to because it's not always fitting in a lane that people want to put you in,
For sure.
and it can expand multiple quote unquote lanes or cannot be defined, as Joy says. So that's a great question. Thank you for that question, Joy. Pick up yourself. Yeah, that makes a lot of stuff. Music that manifests the frequency and vibration of the universe. Okay, I get what you're saying. Okay, can't be defined. I love that. That's a great
That's what I'm
question.
that's what I'm trying to make. That's what I'm trying to make.
Yeah,
All of
done.
that.
Yeah. What was it like at the Junos? Going doing the red carpet, all that stuff. Was it a lot? How was that? How was that
It was a
experience?
lot. I was doing a lot of interviews, and I was meeting a lot of people, and even the gala was um was a lot. But it was a great experience. You know what I mean? It was a great experience. Again, another bucket list thing. I think I had put on my um on my manifestation thing that year that I wanted to be nominated for a Juno, and it happened. So I was very much happy about it. If it was nearby, I'd literally show it to you, but it's
The
somewhere in the
vision
house.
board.
The vision board, my vision board's kind of crazy though.
Oh,
I'm
that's
kind of
great.
tempted to go and grab it. You know what I mean? Next time.
Yeah, yeah, that's sick.
But
I love that you
but
did
yes,
that.
it was great, man. It was great. It's a it's a hard thing not to win the Juno,
Mm,
um, but I think I've lost awards before and then I've won awards before after a few years. So I always think that these things take time, anyways. So
mm.
it's always nice to just be nominated and be able to be out there with the team and we feel big and we drink some drink, beat some juice, and we just enjoy ourselves and feel proud about the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you should be very proud of that accomplishment. That's big. And even before the Juno, you had Souffle, Propaganda, The Banks and Ranks, and like you just been top 40 radio hits in Canada. Like you're just topping the charts. So like you're getting that affirmation. People are listening, people are loving what you're doing. The Juno is just a solidifier too, like going there, getting that recognition as well. Doing the collabs with Julian and Esco. And now this big KFS, big KFS stage. Like I was telling you before we went live, I was like, yo, I have high expectations, for KFS. I'm so looking forward to the lineup. The lineup is so long, so many amazing artists on the lineup. So I'm extremely excited. And you're gonna see me right there at the front of the stage, like, like doing my thing.
I hope
Yeah,
so. I hope so.
yeah, plastered there, and that's a big deal. So I'm looking forward, and it is about, in a way, like family, legacy, but also finding your own lane, like being able to be your authentic self on stage and show people who you are. I mean, Solomon versus the family name. Is there a versus, or
Mhm.
is there a way for you to um, I guess is Solomon's answer getting louder now? In a way, does that make sense?
Ooh,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I see what
Yeah.
you're cooking. You know what I mean? Um, I think I think my answer has always been loud.
Love.
If that's I think my answer has always been loud, but it's nice when it fits into the family dynamic when we have these moments because it doesn't happen in Canada very often. Like
Mhm.
usually a family member of mine will come up here like once a year, and usually it's Uncle Steve and Uncle D, but the whole family is very rare. So it's good,
Yes.
man. I'm excited.
Yeah. I mean, when did you realize, I guess, that honoring a legacy and creating your own identity didn't have to be like opposing things? Like those things can work together.
I think I always knew that. I think I always knew that, and I think people try to make it sound like it's a difficult thing. Hold on, just this case just came in the thing. The same artist that I was telling you
Yes.
just mash up a set in Jamaica, yeah man. Him just enter the chat. You see me? Big
All
up
right.
just this case.
So,
What was I saying? Yeah, I don't think those two things are necessarily need to be separated. I think people are always like, "Oh, but you're doing something different," and duh, 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 and I'm just like, "Oh man, this is music. This is art. At the end of the day, like we said, it can be defined. You know what I mean? And it can't. And
mhm.
if it does get defined, it's not going to get defined too far from my intention. And my intention is not to disrespect the legacy. My intention is to amplify the legacy. So yeah.
I love it. I love it. Kaya Fest, did you get your tickets yet? I hope you did. Are you listening out there? Because and I don't wanna give it away too soon, but we might be giving away
Oh,
something. We might be, but I don't wanna take
VIP. No, let me not say that. Let me not say that. Let me not say that.
look out for a post coming up in the next week or so. I don't know when the post will be dropping, so you gotta keep your eyes locked for the prize. But yeah, I love giving away things. So big up to all the people who are tuned in today and listening, because you got the inside scoop. We may could be possibly giving away something if you
Okay.
haven't got your tickets yet. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I want to ask you a few more questions. I don't want to let you go yet. Jack Hill Dreamers with Skip Marley. Jack's Hill Dreamers. Okay, so tell me about your connection to that song.
Oh,
It's great. I love it. Tell me about that and creating together, shared experiences between the two of you and the creative process. Any of that, I would love to hear it.
that song is a hilarious. The creative process behind that song is a hilarious story. I'm gonna keep it brief. Um, I love that song a lot. That song talks about coming from home. Me and Skip both grew up on Skyline Drive up in Jacksonville, up in Kingston, Jamaica. I that day I was in a session with Don Mills and Illmind. Illmind is one of my favorite producers of all time. It was my first time meeting him, and I was just sitting there in this session. There was this weird moment where I was like sitting in the session and he's playing beats, and he has this poster behind him of everything he's worked on. And in the middle of it, there's a tape that he made, which is called Beats for Kanye, right? Beats for Kanye West, which are like some throwaway beats that he made for Kanye West. And I used to freestyle to those beats. And I was just sitting there and I was like, brother, I used to freestyle to these beats back in high school. And now I'm sitting down with the brother who made this beats. Yo, life is crazy. They like, life is nice. And then the man said, yo, here's some beats. Go on with them. I take these beats, immediately drive over to Skip's house. You see me? Set up in the studio there, so. And then we just go and write the song, and the skips on the roads, even if they don't reach the ends yet, and we just write the song. And then the man just walk in, and he was with Soul, big up Soul Rebel Marley as well. And when he heard the song, he was like, oh, we're talking about home. You know what I mean? We're sing Jane, and it was, honestly, there's few artists on this earth I feel like it was as easy to make a song with as Skip. You know what I mean? And that might have been a family thing. That might have been a testament to his professionalism. But it was definitely man. I love that song. Like that session is like a top 5 session in life for me. You know what I mean?
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
man.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, the chemistry definitely, and being in Jamaica too. Like I think that Jamaica just has this energy, like this energy. I can't describe it to people. Like when I'm not, if I don't go to Jamaica every year, like this year I haven't been to Jamaica yet, and I'm like itching. Like so, I'm like, what's going
Yeah.
on? Like, like my glow is fading. It's been over a year since I've been to Jamaica, and that bronze, that you come back with,
Yeah. You
and
need to
that
re-up.
energy. Yeah, I need to re-up. I need to re-up on that good sunshine and that good food and everything that's great about Jamaica. There's nowhere like it in the world. But do you feel like the audiences in Jamaica receive you differently from the Canadian audience, or like
Yeah.
even the
100%.
audience in the US versus Canada? Like everywhere you perform, do you feel like there's a separation of the way the audience receives you?
Yeah, 1,000%. If we're talking about Jamaica specifically, 1,100%. Because the music that I make isn't music that like it has flavors of what they're used to, but it's still
Mm.
so different and they're kind of like we don't know exactly where this fits. So I'm very understanding of the fact that like I get played on radio in Jamaica. Me sit down in car driving to the Bob Marley Museum and hear my song on radio, which was a great moment for me. Cause my little brother is there, and I had some more bridges from Canada, and they're like, "Yo, they're playing your song on radio. We didn't know it was popping like this." But
Uh,
I think, dancehall music run the streets in Jamaica for sure. And then reggae music, it's kind of funny because if you get a hit in dancehall music, it gets massive, but it sometimes doesn't last super long. But if you get a reggae hit, it's way harder, but it'll last forever. So it's kind of like the Jamaica music, the way music is consumed in Jamaica is so interesting and so intricate that for something outside of pure dancehall and pure reggae to fit into that, it's a little bit tougher. You know what I mean? But there is a new generation of artists that is trying to make that music, and there is a market in Jamaica for that niche type of music. It's just about accessing it.
yeah. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. I do listen when I'm in Jamaica. I do listen to the radio a lot too, and sometimes I'm like, interesting. Like I want to hear more reggae music, and I'm like, there. Sometimes you hear a lot of other genres, like which is fine because I like all genres. But sometimes I'm like, okay, like it's interesting to see the difference in what you hear on radio in Jamaica and then what you might hear on radio up here. Like, yeah, I
Yeah,
clock that sometimes and love the experience of you driving to the Bob Marley Museum and hearing your track come on and
yeah,
all
crazy.
that. That's yeah, that's crazy. That's awesome. Um, yeah. So, is there anything that you want to tell people? This is your chance about your performance at Kaya Fest on August 22nd at Markham Fairgrounds. We did talk about it at the top of the interview, but people might have just joined us halfway through. They might have missed it. So for anybody watching tonight or listening on the radio, is there maybe who they've heard your records but they haven't seen you live? What does the live King Cruff experience give us that streaming your music on a platform can't?
If they allow me to, when Bunch starts playing, I will jump off the stage and onto the patrons. I will. No, sometimes I be crowd surfing when Bunch plays. I'm gonna read the room
Mm,
first and make that call because I don't want to hurt the patrons and I don't want to hurt myself. But it's known that when that song starts playing, I'm not likely to be on the stage long. So everybody be warned. Shana, you said you're gonna be in the front, so be careful.
I'll have my hands up. I'll put my hands. Yeah, I'll make
I
sure,
hope
like
so. I hope so. No, the King Cruff said high energy. We've never done Kai Fest before. We're going all out. You know what I mean? Please, like, if you're free that day, come through to Kai Fest. Don't miss it.
don't miss it. You heard that? King Cruff said, "Be there. Make sure you catch him when him fling off on stage, and
Yeah.
make sure that's rock star energy right there. You are definitely a rock star. I love
I
that.
showed I showed my grandma that I showed the grandma that video of me crowd surfing the other day. Not Grandma Rita, mama. Grandma. Well, I actually don't know if she wanted her name out in public like that, but yeah, I showed her it the other day and she was like, "This is crazy," and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, man,
She got scared for you. She's like, "What? Oh, you
yeah."
fling
She's like,
fling
"Yo, this is what you're doing."
yourself."
No, she loved it though. Don't make her fool you. I can tell she
Love
loved it.
that. Oh, I love that. Let people know where they can find you across all platforms.
KingCruff on all platforms. King Cruff, come
Mm,
join the journey. Come join the family. Big up Roots Reggae Hub. Make sure you follow them as well. If you're watching this on my stream, they're
mm,
holding it down for reggae music in Canada and worldwide. So make sure you tap in and show Shauna some love. Shauna, thank you for having me as well.
mm.
Appreciate you always.
I love that. I love to have you. You'll definitely be invited back. And what is one song, King Cruff song, they should know before you hit that stage on August
Definitely
20th?
bunch. Definitely bunch. Definitely bunch.
Okay.
Definitely bunch. If
Like,
if we can add two, Jackson Dreamers. But if it's only one, definitely bunch. Because I like it when we do that 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, and the crowd is just like just says it back to me. Whew,
yeah.
that is what I want to hear. I don't want no. Don't give me the usual Toronto stance. Give me some energy, Toronto. Is me?
Energy up all the way up. I think people are traveling from all kind of places. I had one person message me, I'm traveling from New York, I'm traveling from here. Pick up all the people who travel out here for festivals when they want to see their artists. I saw people even at
Yes.
Jerk Fest this past weekend. One girl said she drove up from New Jersey. People don't, the border is not going to stop people. They will drive up here. I'm sure a lot of people from New York and other states will be coming up here to see you and all the other artists on the lineup for Kaya Fest. So, man, if I didn't say it already, get your tickets. You don't want to miss this one. This is a big, big, big festival that's happening here in Toronto. We are blessed here in Toronto to have Kaya Fest right here where you don't have to get on a plane, but you're right here. The energy is high. So thank you
Yes.
so much, King Cruff. It's been such a pleasure speaking with you tonight, catching up with you. The vibe's so nice. Before I let you go, I'm gonna do a quick fire segment. So typically what I
Oh,
do is
don't
I
do
ask
that.
a question I usually give you a choice between two things, and I don't want you to think too tough about it. I just want you to, first thing that comes to mind, then you say it, okay?
Okay, cool.
Writing
This
at night
this,
or
this
during the
usually get
day?
artists in trouble, but I'm ready. Sorry, ask the question again. I messed up. I messed up.
Bro, I'm not getting you in trouble, I promise. Do you like to write at night or during the day?
Night.
Okay. Your favorite song to perform live? I think we got that answer
We
already.
got that one. It's bunch.
And Jamaica or Toronto?
Jamaica. What kind of what? Yo, dude, Jamaica. What do you mean? Easy answer. Don't make me
Easy
double
answer
down.
for both of us. A hip hop record that you wish you wrote.
Ooh. Hip hop. Oh, I'm thinking about it too tough.
You're not supposed to
The you know what? Mural by Lupe Fiasco.
think.
Yeah,
Okay. I like
crazy
that.
song that.
Yeah, I really like that actually. And your unreleased King Cruff music, we talked about some what people can expect, some things that you have on the pipeline. Can we expect it sooner or later?
We'll figure something out for the people. We'll
All
figure something out for the
right.
people.
All right. Thank you so much, King Cruff. That was my rapid fire question segment. And thank you for joining me tonight. I really enjoyed our conversation, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you at Kaya Fest and all of you tuned in live tonight. Definitely looking forward to connecting with all of you guys. We're looking forward to your unreleased music. And you've admitted there's some projects, secret projects on the pipeline. So we're happy to hear that, and we're definitely going to be watching you closely and supporting you and bigging up whatever movements you do. Continue to support you. So big up to everyone tuned in live on the radio. If you're tuned in on the radio, you're in the right spot because I'm going to be playing some back to back King Cruff music coming up right now. So keep it
Let's
locked on the
go.
radio and make sure to follow King Cruff on all social media platforms. That's KINGCRUFF.
Choo
And
choo.
keep it locked on Roots Reggae Hub because we are going to be, giving away something soon, soon, soon. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, King Cruff.
Of course, of course. Blessings. Thank you for having
Blessed
me.
love, blessed love.